They told me that the classics never got a style, but they do. They do. Somehow, baby, I never thought that we do too.
No opposition, I say. No opposition. Your conscience is your own affair, but you are my chancellor. There you have my word. I'll leave you out of it. But I don't take it kindly, Thomas, and I'll have no opposition. I see how it will be. The bishops will oppose me. The full-fed, hypocritical princes of the church. Ha! As for the Pope, am I to burn in hell because the Bishop of Rome, with the King of Spain's knife to his throat, mouths me Deuteronomy? Hypocrites! They're all hypocrites. Mind they do not take you in, Thomas. Lie low if you will, but I'll brook no opposition, no noise, no words, no signs, no letters, no pamphlets. Mind that! Thomas, no writings against me.
Your grace is unjust. I am your grace's loyal minister. If I cannot serve your grace in the great matter of the queen...
I have no queen. Catherine is not my wife, and no priest can make her so. And they say that she is my wife are not only liars, but traitors, mindeth Thomas.
Am I a babbler, your grace?
You are stubborn. If you come with me, you are the man I would soonest raise. Yes, with my own hand.
Oh, your grace overwhelms me.
What's that?
8 o'clock, your grace.
Oh, lift yourself up, man. Have I not promised? Shall we eat?
If your grace pleases, what will your grace sing for us?
8 o'clock, you said? Thomas, the tide will be changing. I was forgetting the tide. I'd better go.
I'm sorry, your grace.
I must catch the tide, or I'll not get back to Richmond till... No, don't come. Tell no folk. Oh, Lady Alice, I must go. I want to catch the tide. To tell the truth, Lady Alice, I have forgotten in your haven here how time flows past outside. Affairs call me to court, and so I give you my thanks and say good night.
Good night, your grace. What's this? You crossed him?
Somewhat.
Why?
I couldn't find another way.
You're too nice altogether, Thomas.
Woman, mind your house.
I am minding my house.
Well, Alice, what would you want me to do?
Be ruled. If you won't rule him, be ruled.
I neither could nor would rule my king, but there is a little area where I must rule myself. It's a very little less to him than a tennis court. Look, it is 8 o'clock. At 8, Lady Anne likes to dance.
Oh?
I think so.
And you stand between them?
I? What stands between them is a sacrament of the church. I'm less important than you think, Alice.
Thomas, stay friends with him.
Whatever can be done by smiling, you may rely on me to do.
You don't know how to flatter.
I flatter very well. My recipe's beginning to be widely copied. It's just a basic syrup with just a soupçon of discreet impudence.
I wish he'd eaten here.
Yes, we shall be living on that simple supper of yours for a fortnight. Alice? Alice, set your mind at rest. This is not the stuff martyrs are made of.
Sir Thomas.
Oh no.
William, I told you not to.
I'm not easily told, Meg.
I asked you not to.
Meg, I'm full to hear.
It's not convenient.
Must everything be made convenient? I'm not a convenient man, Meg. I've got inconvenient conscience.
Haha, Joshua's trumpet. One note on that brass conscience of yours and my daughter's walls are down.
You raised her, sir.
How long have you been here? Are you in the king's party?
No, sir. I'm not in the king's party. It's of that I wish to speak to you. My spirit is perturbed.
It is, Will. Why?
I've been offered a seat in the next parliament. Ought I to take it?
No. Well, that depends. With your views on church reform, I should have thought you would do yourself a lot of good in the next parliament.
My views on the church, I must confess, since we last met, my views have somewhat modified. I modify nothing concerning the body of the church. The money changers in the temple must be scourged with a scourge of fire, if that is needed. But an attack on the church herself? No. I see behind that an attack on God.
Roper!
The devil's work,
Roper!
to be done by the devil's ministers.
For heaven's sake, remember my office!
Oh, if you stand on your office.
Oh, I don't stand on it, but there are certain things I may not hear.
Sophistication is what I was told. The court has corrupted you, Sir Thomas, and you are not the man you were. You have learned to study your convenience. You have learned to flatter.
There, Alice, you see? I have a reputation for it.
God's body, young man. If I was the chancellor, I'd have you whipped.
Good evening, sir.
Ah, Rich.
Good evening, Lady Alice, Lady Margaret. Good evening, Master Rich.
Do you know William Roper, the younger?
By reputation, of course.
Good evening, master.
Rich.
Oh.
You have heard of me?
Yes.
Oh, in what connection? I don't know what you can have heard. I sense that I'm not welcome here.
Why, Richard, have you done something that should make you not welcome?
Why do you suspect me of it?
I shall begin to.
Cromwell is asking questions about you particularly. He's continually collecting information about you.
I know it. Stay a minute, Matthew.
This one's of his sources.
Of course, that was one of my servants.
Senor Tobias, the Spanish ambassador.
Collects information, too. That's one of his functions.
You look at me as though I were an enemy.
Why, Richard, you're shaking.
I'm adrift. Help me.
How?
Employ me.
No.
Employ me.
No.
I would be steadfast.
Richard, you couldn't answer for yourself, even so far as tonight.
Arrest him. Yes.
For what?
He's dangerous. For libel, he's a spy. He is. Arrest him.
Father, the man's bad.
There is no law against that.
There is. God's law.
Then God can arrest him.
Sophistication upon sophistication.
No, sheer simplicity. The law, Roper, the law. I know what's legal, not what's right, and I'll stick to what is legal.
Then you set man's law above God's?
No, far below. But let me draw your attention to a fact. I'm not God. The currents and eddies of right and wrong, which you find yourself such plain sailing, I cannot navigate. I'm not a voyager, but in the thickets of the law. Oh, there, I'm a forester. I doubt if there's a man alive who could follow me. There, thank God.
They told me that the classics never got a style, but they do. They do. Somehow, baby, I never thought that we do too.
Where you make it in love is only real when you fake it. You're only pretty when I'm drunk. You're only pretty when I'm drunk.